to rush you through that stage because of their level of comfortability. And so that's what happens. And that's why it's important for you to identify your circle of people who have your best interest at heart, your circle of people that know I am grieving and I need you to look out for me, because I might be to such a stage of grief that I think about self-harm because I'm not myself.
Yeah.
And that's why it's super important to check in on your friends and family members when they're going through grief, especially something like this, because depression kicks in so fast without them knowing. Depression, anxiety, like everything is tugging at them, and they are just trying to get through day by day, and they need to be surrounded with people who love and care and can let them cry and go through their emotions and not numb themselves, because it's a point during the grieving process where you have to feel the pain in order to come out on the other side. Because the longer you block that pain out, it's going to eventually bubble up and come out on its own. Yeah. So there has to be a place that you allow yourself, as hard as it is, because trust me, it is extremely hard. It's extremely difficult. Like, even saying the words is an understatement for the process that you're going to go, that an individual goes through. But is until they can let themselves feel those emotions, they won't be able to move forward.
Yeah.
And moving forward, and I just want to make sure I reiterate, moving forward does not mean leaving your loved one behind. Moving forward means you're getting to a place, you are transitioning to a place where you can allow yourself to enjoy the memories that you had with your loved ones. Because in the beginning stage, it's so difficult for you to even think about the good times, because you're hit with this trauma and it plays over and over and over again like a broken record, or a instant replay like Groundhog's Day in your mind, that is so difficult for you to see those memories. But until you can go through that stage and get to that place of acknowledgement that this is real, this did happen, you won't be able to enjoy the memories and the good times that you did have. And what's so heartbreaking outside of what happened, but what's even a thicker level of heartbreak with Texas is those parents didn't have much time. Those were babies.
Yeah.
Those were babies. They didn't have 20s and 30, 40, 50 years of memories. Those were babies. They were just coming into their court. They know their quirkiness, their personalities were just beginning to develop. Those were babies. So it's important. It's important to support one another, love one another, love someone a little extra today, because you never know when's the last time.
Yeah.
And you know, Jill, as a parent, the first thing after being aware of this, the first thing you want to do is go grab your babies and hug them and like, I love you. Yeah. Like, I can even see you sleeping with your babies that night. Like, I just need you to sleep in the bed with me because I got to be able to touch you. And so for us parents who still have our children and can do that, we can't even imagine the magnitude of grief and hurt these parents are having, because they'll never be able to have that again.
So true.
And that's why it's important to get into therapy. I would definitely say it's important. Even if you don't believe it or think it works, get into therapy, do some meditation. You have to be able to, when you are ready, be able to talk to someone that is going to allow you to go through the motions that you need to go through. And you may not be, and I'm sure they're not ready now, but when they are ready, they need to have someone that can be that listening ear and that support system.
Gosh, I mean, it's just a horrible, horrible thing. And, but people go through it and there's no answers. And it's just astounding that someone could even think like this to harm someone, especially children, no less. Gosh, it's so sickening. And I've been sick over it myself too. And I'm glad we're talking about it to bring awareness, because if you see something, say something, right? Like yesterday there was another possible shooting in Texas going down. You got to say something. I mean, people ignore so many signs of people that are in mental duress. And, what are some of the signs that we should look for in others that are maybe mentally suffering, but what are some of the signs?
And I would definitely say some of the signs are be mindful of mood swings, be mindful of change of behaviors, be mindful and lack of communication, be mindful of excessive use of alcohol, drugs, things of that nature. Like, there are little things that we take for granted that we have to pay attention to.
Yeah.
And that's with everyone. That's with ourselves. That's with our loved ones, with our children, our neighbors, just individuals in the community. Notice when someone begins to withdraw.
Yeah.
Right. And again, everyone in the world right now is dealing with some form of mental illness, anxiety, depression, or whatever. And however, everyone's level is not the same.
Yeah.
Everyone's level is not the same. And, it's important to mention that. And it's also important to mention that it's not only the mental illness, it's the access that individuals have to this type of machinery, this type of military artillery. It's the access, it's the easy access that they have to it. And that's what is the scary part, because schools and supermarkets and churches, those are safe zones. Those are the things you come with family. That's our community. That's what we come to. You come. Schools are supposed to be the happy, safe place for children, right? It's their home away from home. Churches is your spiritual state. It's your sanctuary where you go and you praise and you bond with others with a similar background or feeling or belief, right? It's your culture, your spiritual culture. Supermarkets, you go as a family. Let's shop and be going for dinner. So it's like these places are no longer sacred. And it's scary. It's scary to parents. It's scary to our elderly. It's scary to everyone. We are losing our sense of community because everybody is walking in silos of their own life. And we're not a village anymore where we look after one another.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today. Unfortunately, we're out of time. Coach Barnes, how can we reach out to you to work with you for consultation?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Reach out to me at www.goldmindthoughts.com. Don't forget to follow my blog, therecondition.com. And I'm on social media at Coach Barnes GMT. Jill, it was great being with you again. I know today was heavy, but hug those boys for me.
I will. Thank you.
And get better soon.
You too. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You as well. Have a good day and a good Memorial Day weekend. Thank you.
Hey, Coach Barnes here, founder and CEO of Gold Mind Thoughts, leadership development and life coaching services located in Brooklyn, New York. We specialize in developing exceptional leaders through smart management, efficient planning, effective communication, and essential training. If you're ready to take the next step to becoming exceptional with Gold Mind Thoughts, get to your phone, tablet, or computer and type in www.goldmindthoughts.com to get set up with your one-on-one coaching session with me today. Coach Barnes from Gold Mind Thoughts.
Broadcasting from the business capital of the world, this is the Podcast Business News Network.
Okay, Simon, what are you wearing right now?
Nothing.
That's right. And what do people normally wear?
Clothes.
Exactly. So now Mommy's going to teach you how to dress yourself. Clothes keep us warm, they look good, and if we go out without them, the neighbors will talk. So it's important to know how to get dressed. Here's how it's done. Underwear always comes first, name tag at the back, then pants, then shirt. Get the first button in the right hole or you have to start all over. If you're wearing a tie, it goes over, round, through, and pull tight. Tuck your shirt into your pants and zip up your fly. Socks going first, then shoes right on right, left on left. With shoelaces, just take the ends, cross them over, switch the loops. The rabbit goes down the hole, pull tight, and you're left with bunny ears.
I love bunnies.
Good to know. Now remember, spots don't go with stripes, socks don't go with sandals, and if you've tucked in your shirt, wear a belt. Got it? Why are your pants on your head?
Most parenting is hard to do in just 2 minutes. But spending just 2 minutes twice a day making sure they brush their teeth is easier and could help save them from a lifetime of tooth pain. For fun 2-minute videos to watch while brushing, visit 2min2x.org. That's 2men2x.org. A message from the Partnership for Healthy Mouths, Healthy Lives, and the Ad Council.